Before I start this video, I just want to say that this video was made in a controlled environment with adults present and proper safety measures. I wore gloves and eyewear during this entire thing and took all safety precautions that I should have. You should too. Today I'm going to be taking apart this old engine that I just pulled off of a tiller. This engine went to a old Sears tiller. It's an easy start chain drive. But it doesn't have a chain, it has a belt, so I'm going to guess that it was already modified. And I just ripped the engine off of it because there's no way this thing's ever going to work again, let's be honest. So I'm going to take it apart and recycle the parts. This thing is old, falling apart, and rusted. And a lot of the things on this won't even move anymore. With the exhaust, which is being stubborn. Get off the video. And there it is. It's the exhaust. I'm pretty sure this was a muffler, but I'm not too sure. There's not really much left in there. Well, to the junk pile you go. The pipe's not moving. This is in terrible condition right here. This whole thing's in horrible condition. Oh, this might not be. This might not. There we go. Got through. I'm not too worried about damage anymore because it's already damaged enough. It's not really worth anything anymore. So, we gotta take all this stuff off. But of course, with how old this thing is, I'm gonna guess that most of the bolts on it are going to be a pain. So, this one right here, this one's right being a pain. Is there something on the bottom of this? No, there's not, it's just a screw. Screw that's refusing to come out. There we go. Here's that. I don't know what that is. To the junk pile with you. This needs to come off this cover. As you can see, the pull cord's not retracting anymore. That sucks. Doesn't matter though, because it's not going to be used anymore anyways. So, got some bolts here, so what we're going to do is we're going to get the impact wrench on those. This impact wrench is my best friend. Got a universal socket here, but I don't use it much. It often loses grip. I don't know what that is. Is that a 5/8? It's probably not a 5/8. Okay, so I know these engines. I'm gonna guess that that's a 9/16, because that's just their absolute favorite to use. 9/16, 1/2, and 10 millimeter. Okay, maybe a 1/2. Let's try that one. There we go. I will be saving all of these bolts. Got this bucket from Harbor Freight here, which I'm going to be putting all the bolts in. Ooh. Sounds like there's still some good oil in that. Is there one on the bottom? No, there's not one on the bottom. It's the fuel line. Of course, I should have known. We're gonna cut it. Like I said, not too worried about damage, because most of this stuff is not gonna work anyways. So I'm going to cut through that fuel line. Go tear that off. What is still holding you on? It feels like there's something over here. There's nothing there though. It might be this. Might have to cut this. Well, come on. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh. It's a damaged old pull cord. This is the same thing as it was on the Kohler engine. To the scrap pile with you. This is different. This isn't on the Kohler. Oh, Phillips heads. Look at that piston trying work. It's, gaskets must be bad on it. Oh. Okay, we need a Phillips head. Where's my screwdriver set? Alright. So, how about we get those Phillips heads off of there? Show you guys in a second where the Phillips heads are. So right here on this thing, I don't know what it's called, there's two Phillips heads right here and right here that appear to be holding it on a little bit. It still turns kinda. Not much though. So let's, I got oil all over this table. Oh well, I don't even care. Let's try and find a Phillips head that might work on this. I really wish it was a flathead because Phillips heads can be problematic. But these seem to have come loose. Right to the recycle bucket. Did not expect that. Now, just because I got these Phillips heads off doesn't mean that the entire thing's going to come off, because, as per usual, there's a bolt in there that needs to come out before this will. I am getting oil everywhere. So where is my beloved impact? There it is. This is definitely not a half. It's okay because I've got about 1,000 sizes over here. If it's like the Kohler, it'll be an 18 millimeter, which it is not, but it's close. So how about a 13/16? There we go, that's it. 13/16. And it's stuck. Okay. Don't worry, there's always a way to fix this. Just take your screwdriver and see if you can't either push it out from this side or just dig it out. There's a sometimes hitting it enough will dislodge it. There we go. There we go. Right there. That is a 13/16. And now This comes off. Look at that. It's a washer. Always keep washers. They may not seem very valuable, but they are incredibly helpful. Now, these things always have something in them called a key, which is a little square that basically holds it on and makes sure that it spins with the shaft. And they are the most annoying things on this entire planet. Now, this worked yesterday. I don't think it'll work again, but yesterday just hitting the other side caused it to pop off the Kohler. I thought it would work on this. That's never usually going to work. It's like a 1 in a million chance. Usually, you'll need one of these. One of these things. I don't want to get oil everywhere again. Oh, whatever. There's nothing important on this anyways. What this thing does is first take your impact, make sure it's out. Take these claws. You've got to find a way to put them on here. But mine is a piece of trash, so it's not going to do that, obviously. Of course it's not. Yeah, this thing sucks. I need a new one, honestly. But you put that on, and then once you screw it down, that little thing in the middle, it pushes against this. The outside pulls. It pulls this off while pushing down on this. And that usually gets this off. But I don't have a very good one, and this thing is not going to come off without a fight. But they never do, so. Okay. It's stuck. So, I'll be back after I get this off. Okay, so I've managed to get this onto the thing, but the problem is that it's not actually coming off. So oh, there it goes, there it goes, and there goes all of my things too. Isn't that lovely? But here we go. It's off. I don't really know what this thing's called, but it's gone to the scrap pile. Oh, my freaking... Man. It sucks that I decided to just take it with it. I found where my oil leak was. This thing was missing. I put it back in. But, let's break that off. Why not? And that shows you the valves are actually quite fragile. So you got to be real careful with those. Those require maintenance. But anyways, now it's off, and we can see right here all the little things in here. I should have started with the carburetor, but these are the magnets. These are what help provide power. I'm pretty sure that's a brake, because it looks like there's supposed to be brake pads there. There's a spider up there. And it has started raining on me as well. This thing's broken. Let's not break it anymore, shall we? So, what we're going to do is we're going to take our screwdriver and see if we can just get that out without breaking it. That'd be real nice. This rain came out of nowhere. Anyway. Doesn't look like it's coming out, does it? Doesn't look like it to me. Maybe it's just stuck. That's certainly snapped. Okay, so that's not coming off, I guess, but in any normal situation it would have. Let's see if we can't find the size that goes to this so we can get this off. It's most likely a... oh, it's a 12. For once, something other than a 9/16 half or a... and that's just what I needed today, a strip bolt. This one came out. Stuck in my socket. And my whole socket came off. Okay, well, we got another stuck in the socket. That's okay, because this one is a solid bolt, though, so... okay, what I'm going to have to do is to take this over here and put it on the thing. I think that bolt is like really stuck. That's fine, I don't even care. I'll get it later. For now, we have to see if we can find another 12. Oh, my dad's home. Hold up, let me pause the video. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So, since that bolt's stripped out on me, I am not going to worry about it right now, because there are more bolts that can be taken off. If you look, you'll notice that there's a bolt right here and right here that holds this cover on. So we're going to undo those. There's one. And there's two. Now, this cover comes right off. Just scrap that. I don't really know what this is, honestly. But anyways, we are one step closer to having it all off. Now, if you look under here, you will notice there are bolts here. This is the engine mount. The engine mount is usually needed for an engine so that it has a good place to sit on. So we're going to take this engine mount off because I do not need it. Why is my half like that? Nice red paint. On the Kohler, this was an oil pan. There you go. There's an engine mount. Right there. That could probably still be used, but not on any modern tech. Now, we're going to take this off. As you can see, this all can be taken off right here. There's a ton of bolts all around it. So, you just got to find the size, which is, that is it. That's perfect. Nice. We'll take it off. Oh, we've hit oil. And now it is a little bit stuck on there. Probably because of these two. So, oh wait, there's one under here. But this needs to come off yet anyways, if we're going to reach that one. So there's this little thing right here, this bar. There's another bolt right under here that needs to come off before we can pull this thing off. So we got to take these two off. And I'm going to take a guess and say that they're 9/16. Like everything else on this engine. Maybe a half. Oh, it's a half. It's a half. Well. Always keep your washers. I don't know what that is, honestly. I think it went to a tensioner of some sort. Anyways, now we are able to take this bolt off. Now this whole thing should pull off. Maybe we gotta hit it. Sometimes it needs a little bit of help coming loose, just tap it. The second that I open this, a whole ton of oil is going to spill out. Most likely. Did I miss something? I don't think I missed anything. No, I didn't. But anyways. This needs to come off as well. So let's actually not take that off yet. Because we need to find a way to get this off. And in order to do that, oh, we've unlocked the piston. Anyways, in order to take this off, this Allen wrench needs to come off of here. We need an Allen wrench to take that off of there, because that holds this belt thing down onto it. So we cannot have that on there, else this is never going to come off. And then we'll just have an oil spill that we can't control. But let's go find the Allen wrenches. Let's see. Got this thing right here. Here's what I can do. And I've got this entire thing over here of Allen wrenches. I'm trying to figure out which one's the right one. Of course, you know this is going to be a little bit annoying. Oh, well, never mind. We found it. We found it. Came right out. That's the little thing that clamps down. Make sure that that thing's going to hold on there. Before you take your belt off, always make sure that you take that off too. Now there's a key in here, and as I said earlier, keys are annoying. Oh God. Uh-oh. We are spilling oil everywhere. We're spilling oil absolutely everywhere. Okay. There's no electronics down there at least. What do I do about this actually? Okay. Well, I'm going to go drain the oil somewhere safe. Remember, never drain your oil in a place where something could set fire, because oil is highly flammable. Always have it in a safe place. Keep it away from dogs and toddlers, you know, all that safety stuff. I'm going to go find a safe place to drain this real quickly. Okay, I have now put down an item on my workspace to catch the oil. Hoping it does not drain all over my equipment, which is underneath the table as well. I have little shelves down there. That was a mistake on my part. Oopsies. We all make mistakes. To drain it, what I did was I took this thing out, drained it through the hole. This is the little thing that allows you to check your oil levels. You might not need that anymore. Probably not. Anyways, this needs to come off. This thing is connected to the crankshaft, which is a bit of a problem. What you'll usually do, you have plenty of space back here where the key is. As you can see, there's this little groove right here. Hope you can see it at least. And what you'll usually do is you will take an item such as a screwdriver, like this one, and you will try and tap that key through first. Oh, I hit my hand. Try not to hit your hand, okay? It kind of hurts. I don't think that's all the way through yet. It's going to be a little bit of a jerk once it gets to the end of the thing, but you really need that out. So I am going to find something like my screwdriver has just left me. Anyways, since this is basically at the end, I'm hoping is that now should come off a little easier. Oh crap. I just hit that back in there. Okay. We will be back once I get this off. Okay, so that part is being pretty problematic for me right now, so we're not actually going to worry about it. What we are going to worry about, though, is our lovely carburetor. I do not like these carburetors. I don't like them one bit. Nah, that's not gonna move. Whatever. But I don't like these carburetors. They're not really reliable. They break down a lot. And they cost a good bit to replace often. And this pipe is in my way. But at least they are easy to take off. There's these two nuts right here and right here, and once you take those off, the entire carburetor comes off. Now on this engine, whatever genius designed it decided to put a big old pipe in the way of it. And I have absolutely no idea how to get that pipe off of there. So I'm going to work on this side real quickly, and then I'll figure out the other side. Just going to take these off. Okay. We'll be back as soon as I figure this out. Okay, so whatever genius made this engine decided that you have to take the exhaust pipe off before you can take the carburetor off, But the carburetor has to come off before you can take the exhaust pipe off. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to use the angle grinder. But of course, eye protection. Never use an angle grinder or something like this without eye protection. And you should have an adult around if you're a minor. But I've been doing this for a while, so I don't really care. We're going to first cut the exhaust pipe off because it's easier. Got to be really careful of those sparks because I'm right here next to oil. So remember, those sparks are hot. They're not just for show. So be really, really careful. Oh, I can't reach that. I might have to cut this thing. Or there's no way that I can. Oh, something fell off in there. Ooh. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. Whatever it is, it don't look good. Remember, your angle grinder will kick. It will catch and try and yank up. So you keep a good hold on that angle grinder while you're using it, because you do not want to put yourself in danger. That's the last thing you want to do. And don't touch the parts after you just angle grinded them, because they're still hot. And I seem to have forgotten that. I gotta reach in there, but I don't know how because this thing's in my way. And I don't want it in my way. It's bad. Let's see. See if I can just cut this whole thing off. I don't even care no more. Alright. I'm getting my cord all tangled up in things. I really hope nobody thinks this video is a tutorial. I'm gonna be honest, I really hate using the angle grinder. I don't like it. But sometimes, what needs to be done, needs to be done, so. Sparks keep hitting my arm. Burns. I need this thing out the way, and it seems that I'm doing the opposite. Okay, Be right back after I finish cutting this thing off. Well guys, this engine has proven to be incredibly stubborn, and I do not think that I'm getting that off. But this is where we got on the engine today. We got all this off. You can see down in there, there's a bunch of gears. I tried cutting this all sorts of times, but I'm not very good with an angle grinder. I don't really use angle grinders much, I'm gonna be honest with you. But we got this far, and I'm proud of it. You guys have a good day.